Phil DeJessa and countless other people who were just great Philadelphia film community made this possible.
And what was the idea? Where'd you come up with this idea?
Came up with it through just a love of Westerns as a child. So specifically the ones that influenced this were two Westerns in particular. Once Upon a Time in the West by Sergio Leone and High Plains Drifter by Clint Eastwood. Specifically with High Plains Drifter, the somewhat supernatural Western type thing, one to play around with the genres a bit.
Sweet, well congratulations. Give it up for Frank. This is another great category. Like I said, I had Best Animation just go by, and it's been a while since I had that category, but it's also been a while since I had this many documentaries, and I'm a big fan of them, so it was a lot up for this award. But the Best Documentary went to Justin Geller. Congratulations, my friend. Yes. I will shake you with this hand, yes. And this is the part where you say thank you and tell us a little bit about that film.
Yeah, thanks so much. Through the process, I was actually having my son and Justin's story. He got cancer, but it was really about starting a family. So it was kind of, wasn't supposed to end up like that, but yeah, it became a lot more. Thanks a lot.
Okay. Best Director went to Hush. Joseph McGovern.
How's it going, guys? First off, I would like to thank Constance Reshi, who's sitting over here, for not only helping me executive produce, pretty much she's the one who kicks my butt into shape and makes sure I get everything done. But she also lends her hands into acting. Also Joseph Pucco, another executive producer, and Frank Formica, another executive producer. All three of these people combined helped me be able to create my films. And also, Hush is a little bit of a difficult theme, especially in the Me Too movement that's going on right now. It's so important that we don't shy away from what's going on. If we can all come together and we can just try and bring this theme to light, I think that we can definitely be able to help put a stop to this. So, thank you again. It's been a wonderful time at Freedom Shorts.
And Best Film, drum roll, also went to Hush.
Thank you again. Really, I'm lost for words. Thank you again so much, Lauren. Really appreciate it.
Well, let me just also say, you see all types of films tonight. So you got actors, speaking and spilling emotion. You had a musical here tonight that was, dance interpretation, expression. But when a film like this wins, it wins because the actors cannot speak. They have to use their body language, and it also had to do with the film score carried the movie. It was a very powerful story. And my Jedi Council just absolutely fell in love with this film. And if you want to elaborate a little more on that, I don't want to be stealing your words, but yes, like I said, the film score, the actors, what was how'd you get all these gears to work?
Yeah, so just to go in a little bit deeper of Hush, so the whole idea was conceived when, unfortunately, when I got out of college, I was dating this woman who was severely raped. And she had a very difficult time. It probably took her about 8 years to be able to work through her time, struggling with this. And happily now she's married and starting a family. So, for Lauren, this was something that was really stuck with me when she told me about this. And as far as, I've always wanted to make this a silent film. I did not want dialogue involved with Hush just because I don't want the audience shying away from what's really happening. I felt that if I kept it silent, and Matthew Amadio, who lended his hands and talents with all of my films for the sound design and scoring, he made a really beautiful score to this film. That really helped drive the force of the emotions that I hope everybody here got to experience. especially with the cinematography led by Paul Duvilla and direction. But I absolutely agree. You know, for these actors to be able to portray the story and keep it moving with body language, it was challenging, and it was even more challenging just trying to get it edited, color graded, you know, and get it delivered. But trying to find those moments of love, not lust. That's the one thing that, if you really pay attention to the dream sequences, I really feel that the twist at the end with the young girl, it's very important to portray what comes after this and what experiences are going to happen. So with a pro-life, pro-choice decision, it is very important for you to be able to make that connection in Hush. So, but thank you again so much.
Awesome. As far as everybody else, I just want to pass the mic down and feel free to tell a little bit about your film, give your idea, whatever you'd like to share.
Hey guys, again, my name's Robert. I am the director of Cannoli Stories, and it's a 26-minute documentary about cannolis in South Philadelphia and New York, and we learn about the whole origins, and every cannoli has a story, so just like there's different types of cannoli, everyone has a different story, and it's a pretty awesome experience, and you can see it on YouTube. Just type in Cannoli Stories. I promise you will enjoy it, and you will definitely want a cannoli afterwards.
You know, we just had fun with My Hero, and I would be remiss if I didn't thank my producing partner and DP, Zach Crone, right there. This wouldn't be possible without him, so thanks, buddy. It's just an idea that struck me funny, and over some arguments I had with someone who's now my ex-wife, and go figure, and it was just fun. It was light and fun, and I thought it was a cool little twist on the male-female relationship paradigm, so I hope you enjoyed it.
With Old Bessie, the idea really was just to sort of tell a story about how people always fall in love with sort of objects and things that we might really not understand, and then take that to an extreme point that makes sense, sort of in the universe of the movie, if that makes sense, and just see what we could do with it.
Again, I'm the DP, so he wrote it and he directed it. So that's Max. Give me a second. So the cool thing about Glory Days is it's you go through a lot of stories in the movie and a lot of genres. So the fun part for me about that was I was able to, you know, we did kind of a little horror scene where it was a little darker, high contrast. And then we did a Western scene, we did a comedy Western scene, and we did a dramatic Western scene, so it was high contrast, low contrast types of lighting. And even with the warmth of the picture, so you know, Westerns are supposed to be much more warm feels, and the horror movie was a little bit not as much. But I got to play around with a lot of different genres, and that was pretty neat. All right, here you go.
I'll keep it short because I know you guys didn't see it anyway, but Glory Days was our senior thesis film, but very lucky to be here with you guys. I've never been to Philadelphia before, so this has been a wonderful experience, and I hope to be back. And film rules, and it doesn't matter what kind of genre or whatever you're making, like, film is a kick-ass way to express what you want to say. So it was awesome to be here tonight. Thanks.
Elevator Man, we made maybe a year ago. John Burr was the producer also. It was a fun film. We shot it in one day. Dave Shaver right there was one of the characters, and just couldn't enjoy this process more. Thank you.
With the Justin Geller story, we just thought it would be funny to talk about him picking up his sperm from West Philly and then walking it to his hospital, but then it ended up being a lot more. So it's just funny just to take a joke, and then you start developing, and it just becomes something bigger.
I did just want to add, it's been a wonderful pleasure again to see all your films. Everybody is so immensely talented here. And at the end of the day, we're all winners because we got to deliver a film and complete it. So it's been a pleasure, guys. Thank you for letting me stand up here with you.
Yeah, no, that's hard to follow up right there. But yeah, thank everyone once again in the audience for watching. join these films. All the filmmakers, wonderful job. It's great to see like flourishing Philadelphia community, especially a place like Freedom Shorts, a great place to show these films. So just once again, thank you everyone.
So, funny story about Poggers, it was actually written at the Upright Citizens Brigade Theater, and it was written in a workshop where we had to talk about trauma in comedy. So it's as much about domestic violence as it is about Pogs. So Pogs are funny and awesome, but domestic violence is real and a thing that's happening. So support women, love women, uplift women, that's all. And believe them.
Emily presented this script to me at our grocery store that we work at. So then we hired 2 actual actors and then got a bunch of our coworkers to help us make it. And now we're here right now. And yes, everything that you said, I support. So we're here right now. Thank you, Emily, for bringing me in. Thank you.
This is a graduation photo.
All right, ready? 1, 2, 3. Another one. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3. All right, 1, 2, 3. Another one. 1, 2, 3. And one more. 1, 2, 3. All right, good.
Cool. Well, everybody, thank you so much for coming to Freedom Shorts. We do have Grease coming up right after, but